welcome back to my channel for yet another video, and I am so sorry for uploading the video really late because just to give you guys a little bit of update on that, I have a whole bunch of work to do. My presentations are this week because a lot of weddings have been coming up. My best friend's sister's wedding and then my cousin brother's wedding, so I am super hectic, busy with that also. Then I have my own assignment submissions, and then I have exhibition work coming up, and then I have what else, my presentations have to be submitted, so stuff like that. A whole bunch of things is going on. Okay, so this was a highly requested video because a lot of you wanted me to do a sketching fashion illustration tutorial video because a lot of you have been curious to know how I design so perfect. It's not perfect, I can say, because you guys have to see my classmates work. Also, you guys asked me how it got me so perfect. It's only because of one teacher who actually found the spark of art in me. Was Miss Rhoda Guiding, who was my art teacher in Trinidad when I was living there, and she was like the most fantastic teacher. She has that aura, and she has that, I don't know, she has something that she makes instantly the person like, you know, well, I don't know actually how to explain it because it's something, if you guys ever get to meet her, I don't know when, but if you guys, then she's perfect. Okay, then the next teacher, then I came back to India and I found, then I went to university, and then my fashion illustration and visual design teacher, who is Mr. Pradeep Dhiman, and he is by far, I think, one of the best faculty members and teachers that we have in the department, because the way he teaches, the way he talks, the way he explains things is so fantastic that I think he exactly knows where you're going wrong and he exactly knows how to correct it, and he makes everything look so seamless that it's actually things which look really difficult. He makes it everything so easy that he just has something, like, you know, he has that personality, the way he talks, and he explains things so nicely that it's such an amazing time to work with him. So thank you so much, sir, if you're watching this video. And yes, so I would like to firstly tell you what are the products that I used. So the first thing that I use is my Staedtler's color pencils. This is the 48 watercolor pencils. I use either Faber-Castell's color pencils, the huge one. So and I use ivory sheets for my drawing. This is the full A3 size. So this is what I normally use. And then what you need is basically, the most important thing is magazines. You guys definitely need a magazine just for a little bit of inspiration and color combination that you can see and you can understand, because when you're designing something and when you're creating something, you actually don't realize what color combination you actually need for that particular event. If you're designing it for a particular event or anything like that, let's say if you're planning it for a wedding, it's not specifically that you have to choose red. I'm saying it in the perspective of an Indian designer. I'm not saying it perspective of all the designers, but from the Indian designers, it can be any color, like, you know, it just only depends on what color combination that you want it to be. So I think you just basically have to open your mind and understand what it is going to be about. So I think let's get started. The traditional Indian lehenga and lehenga choli that I'm going to do today, because that is basically my I think one of the things which I have learned a lot. So I think this is what I'm going to do today, and teach you all that you don't actually need a proper training actually to do it, because you just need basic information to get that perfect for it. So first thing we're going to start off is the face. So well, depending on whatever, not actually a circle but an oval, right? I have a little bit of markings done so that I have a little bit of a guideline with that. So right, then the shoulder line has to be a little bit underneath that. So we're just going to start and curve our neckline like this, right? Then depending on how much about this, I think you increase just a little bit for the bust point, that you need, and then try after this shoulder line give a little bit of a slant, right? So just that, and just give a little bit of a slant, and then make a stick figure, right? Like this. Then again make a stick figure, this figure like that, and then try filling in for the body part. So take approximately how much you want the bust point to be, right? Just give a little bit of a curve with that, and then make your right. So this is where bust, this is the waistline, so this is going to be where our lehenga is going to start from this, right? So then the arm, so this is basically if you do not have that proper of a training and you don't have that much of patience to do the proper hands, this is the basic thing you can apply for this. So just, you have made the stick figure, just try. Like this. So we have the upper bodice here. Then for the lehenga, you do not need a full body curve or something, so you do not need the proper body to draw. So what you can basically do is you can just make a flare like this, right? Just make a flare and then create a bell, right? So you have to draw this. You've going like a S like this, Z, S, Z. We try to fill in that, so this is how it's supposed to be, right? And then to make the folds, this is, so the point where you have the lower one, just draw a straight line. This will be your fold. Basic body structure that we need for the lehenga and the and whatever, if you need some extra, so here you can decide if you want the entire length sleeves, or if you want a half length sleeve, you can check it out. If you want till the bust, or if you want to go lower, it's totally up to you what kind of a neckline you want. You want a circle, you want a V neck, you want a straight neckline, any type of neckline or anything that you need, you can do the alternation with that, right? Then what we basically have to do now to create the fold is connect these lines just straight up. Make your hands loose and just draw the line straight up. It does not have to be on a particular point, but right. So this is the basic outline what you have right now. Starting off with so I want my lehenga, my upper bodice garment, my choli, I want it till this, right? Then I want the neckline to be from a little bit from the mid shoulder to this point, right? Like this. And then I want my sleeves still here, right? So I have my basic structure. Then what you can do is design anything, choose any particular design that you have and you need. If you want a cut out, you can just draw like this and you can just make a bust over here, right? If you want that, or if you want to go with something like a jacket or something like that, you can go with that, right? This is done. Then a lehenga is also done, right? And then what you can do is create a border, because a lot of Indian design have borders. Everything nowadays have been gotten into the borders. So anything that you want to create, make everything rest of the design simple and just use borders to be have a full detailing in it. So for this part, what you have to do is the folds that we have underneath, right? The underneath folds, that what I'm talking about, right? Folds like these and these. The border line is the border lines have to go in the same direction that this is. So this is a a curve like this. This has to be the curve like this. If this is a curve like this, the curve should be like this, right? You understand what I'm trying to say? Will be going in the upward direction like this. Right? So if you want to use something which is on the brighter side, like oranges and stuff like that, use three shades, which is one is the basic orange, a red and a brown. So red and orange will give a little bit of a depth, and this is going to be a basic highlight and the basic color. What you have to do is basically just start working on the harder side and then just moving in slowly for the lower side. Just have a little bit of a patience, and like this, right? To create a little bit of depth, then add a red, same on the outer corners, and just don't go all the way inwards, but because we want the orange to show. Then again going in with the orange and just blending it inwards like this, right? So you understand how this is going to work. Then also you can take a little bit of a brown and just add for a little bit of a depth. Just line the outer corners and just try blending it in. Again, take the orange, right? So you understand how this is working. So that's how all the folds will be colored. So the darker corners will be this and this, the parallel lines, whatever parallel lines that you see. This is going to be the darker side, and then inside you need a little bit of a light color so that you can show the folds and the highlights. done with this part. The if you can see, this is how the fold is supposed to look. And what you have to do is just keep blending the colors to merge everything up, and that's the basic key to get the perfect folds that you need. Okay. Hairstyle that you need, you can use in this, right? And then for my blouse, what we have to do is basically just do the same. The coloring scheme is same. You go from a little bit of the dark color, right? A little bit of a darker color, kind of help that get color like that, right? Same here on the borders, right? So we're just basically, what we're doing is basically we're just outlining it so that we'll have a color, and then we can merge it with the second color, which is a bit lighter than that, which can help to create us the depth like this. Just create any border designs that you need for this. If you want circles like this, if you want line, right? If you want let's say zigzag pattern, anything. If you want to do detailings on this like this, anything. Right, just experiment with everything up. So this is how it's supposed to look for now. I think we just need to blend this part here, which I haven't blended at all. So okay, so I'll do that later. So yes, and then this is for that. This is the upper garment. Then you can, right, so color something like this. Right, and then we're doing the same with stomach, arms, right? So we're just going to do that. And then what you can do is the basic thing that I love to do is designing, which is something like this, right? So sorry, something like this, which will help to get you a really pretty border. So any type of design that you need, you can choose any motif, any design, and then just use this on this. So this is basically, I'm not showing the entire tutorial because that will be really long, so because it does take a lot of time. So help that get, this is what you're basically supposed to do. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and it's really hard because it does take a lot of time to get the colors right, and it's not easy for me to film everything like that on the camera because this is the first time I'm doing like this. But I still hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new, and leave it in the comments, tell me how you like this video and if you guys want me to do more videos like this. But my basic genre, as you all know, my basic genre is makeup tutorials, so that will be definitely up. And yeah, so make sure that you share this video with your friends and followers, family, anyone that you know, and help me get more subscribers. And yes, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay positive, stay confident, and I love you. Bye.